Hello, lovelies. Happy Thursday night. Thursday nights are my yoga philosophy class. And right now we are working our way through the Niyamas, which are the second limb of yoga. And the Niyamas are some of my favorite things to talk about when we talk about yoga. And I love yoga philosophy. Our asana practice, our physical practice is, a lot of what we think about when we think about yoga, especially here in the West, but it's really just an eighth of the practice. And so the philosophy of yoga is really a big part of it, and really part of it that's meant to come almost before the physical practice. So I love working our way through the non-physical parts of yoga, and I've been really enjoying just having this space and this time to talk through those things. So as I said, tonight we are talking through the Niyamas, which are the second limb of yoga, and specifically tonight we are on the fourth Niyama. And one of the things that I love about the Niyamas, and I can see there's people on Facebook, but I can't see who it is yet, so thank you guys for being here. One of the things that I love about the Niyamas is the order in which they come. And so last week, if you were here for our Niyamas class, we talked about tapas, which is that burning passion and desire, that drive that you have within you to strive for betterment, to want to grow, to want to learn, to want to do things in the world, not to just be complacent. And we did some core work last week. Tonight we're not going to do any asana, we're not going to do any physical yoga, but we're going to talk about the next niyama, the fourth niyama, which is called Svadhyaya. And Svadhyaya also just happens to be my favorite Sanskrit word, mostly because it's just fun to say. I've heard it pronounced different ways, but I usually say Svadhyaya. And Svadhyaya it's the study of self, and sometimes it's translated as the study of scripture, but the study of self. And so I like to say the study of self and scripture. And then I like to clarify that it doesn't just mean the study of the Bible or the Quran or the Bhagavad Gita or something like that. It means basically anything that you can study and learn about yourself, or use to learn about yourself, or use to grow. So we had tapas, which was that desire to want to do and learn and grow. And now we've got that Svadhyaya, which is learning with the purpose of growing, with the purpose of learning about ourselves. And it's really interesting because to me, this is the crux of our yoga practice. Learning about ourselves, growing, seeing who we are in the world, seeing who we are inside. And there's many layers to this, right? It's kind of like peeling back the layers of an onion. Like, you can learn who you are on the surface, or you can learn who you are deep down inside of your core. I was reading a book yesterday or the day before, and it had this story in it, and I had never heard this little story before. It said it was a story from Asia. It was oddly vague, but it was such a cute little story. And the story was that when God made humans, God got worried because he said, "Oh no, they're gonna talk a lot and ask me lots of questions, and I'm never gonna get any rest because the humans will be bothering me." And supposedly he had called this council of, I don't know who the council was, but this council to advise him. And they had all these ideas like, oh, you could go hide on top of Mount Everest, or you could hide at the bottom of the ocean and they won't be able to find you. And he said, no, I made these humans really resourceful, they're gonna find me no matter what. And finally somebody came and whispered in his ear, and he said, oh, that's it. I will hide inside each of them and they'll never be able to find me there. And so it is my belief, and the belief of my lineage of yoga with a tantric understanding of the world, that we are truly divine, and that we have the universe or divinity or source, or God, if you will, living inside of us. And so part of this Svadhyaya is trying to find that truth for ourselves. So I can say that to you, but if you go and look for it for yourself, it's a different experience and a whole different thing. And so this act of studying yourself is part of peeling away the layers and coming to see who you are deep down within your core. So I want us to do a little meditation tonight. It's really simple, nothing really heavy, just something really easy. But if you're enjoying this and you feel so inclined, after we get done or when you're watching this later, get out a piece of paper and just write for a couple minutes. You can set a timer if you want. Write for a couple minutes and write down everything that you are. So like for me, I could write, I'm a blue-haired person, I'm a woman, I'm short, I'm a partner, I'm a daughter, I'm a writing instructor, I'm a yoga teacher. I could write down all these things, right? So write down all the things that you are. And then spend a few minutes and look through that list, and on each of the things, ask yourself, if I wasn't that, if that didn't exist, if I wasn't a yoga teacher for myself, if I wasn't a yoga teacher, would I still be me? And go down the whole list and see how that feels and see what you think about, and see what that tells you about who you are. All right, so let's do a brief meditation, and this is one that you can do. It's really good for calming down, but I like it as a sort of Svadhyaya meditation because a lot of times we think about self-study as studying ourselves as in our mind or our heart or spirit or our emotions, but in my belief and my lineage's belief, our body is divine as well, and so your body is part of you, and studying your body and how your body works, how your body feels, is also really, really, really important. So go ahead, however you're sitting, your hands can rest on your knees, you can close your eyes. If you want to lay down in Shavasana for this, by all means, lay down in Shavasana. That would be totally fine as well. As you close your eyes, just take a nice, easy inhale and a nice, easy exhale, letting your awareness settle onto your breath. Just following the breath in and out for a few moments. And just think for a moment, how does it feel right now to breathe? How does my breath feel? How does my body feel as I breathe? And then let's take a little scan. And we're going to check in with each part of our body. So take your mind all the way down and see if you can feel and become aware of your pinky toe. And I know it might sound silly, but just check in with your pinky toe, see how it feels. And then see if you can feel that next toe, the one next to your pinky toe. Check in with it, see how it feels. And then see if you can feel your middle toe. Check in, see how it feels. And then move your awareness to your toe next to your big toe. Check in with that toe, see how it feels. Then move your awareness there to your big toes. Check in with your big toes. See how they feel. Shift that awareness to the balls of your feet where your toes connect to your feet. See if you can feel them. Take your awareness to the tops of your feet and the arches of your feet. See how they feel. Bring that awareness to your heels and your ankles. Check in there, see how they feel. Bring your awareness to your shins and your calves. Check in with your lower leg. See how it feels. Bring your awareness to your knees, the fronts of your knees, the backs of your knees, the insides of your knees. See how your knees are feeling today. Bring that awareness to your thighs and your hamstrings, your whole upper leg. See how they feel. Bring your awareness into your sit bones and your glutes. If you're sitting like me, you can see how they feel sitting on the ground. If you're laying on your back, you can still feel how they feel on the ground. And then also bring your awareness to your hips and your pelvis and that whole area way deep down at the base of yourself, way deep down there at your core. Check in there, see how it feels. Maybe send a little extra breath, a little extra love into your core. See how your lower back feels. Maybe send it some extra love. See how your low ribs feel. See how the middle of your back feels. Bring awareness to your chest and your upper back. See how that feels. Bring your awareness to your shoulders. See how they feel. Let that awareness move out through your biceps and your triceps. See how your upper arms feel. Notice your elbows. See if you can be aware of your elbows. Maybe notice your forearms and your wrists. See how they feel. Bring your awareness to the tops of your hands and the backs of your hands, the palms of your hands. See how they feel. And then see if you can feel your pinky finger. See if you can feel your ring finger. See if you can feel your middle finger. And your index finger. And then your thumbs. Bring your awareness to your neck and your throat. See how it feels today. And then bring that awareness up into your face. See if you can feel your face. Maybe feel the crown of your head, your scalp, the back of your head. As we've checked in with all the different parts of our body, see if you can also just feel your skin. Feel your skin touching your clothes, touching the floor, touching the air around you. And then feel your body as one being, one whole body. And just check in with your whole self. What can I learn right now? What feels good? What doesn't feel so good? Sometimes we move about the world, we forget to check in with ourselves until something gets so out of whack that it becomes painful. So sometimes if we stop and check in with our body, we can say, oh, maybe I should stretch my shoulders. They do feel a little tense. I didn't notice before. Maybe I need to roll my ankles. They feel tight. And so when we take the time to study ourselves, to practice Svadhyaya, whatever level that means to us, even if it's just checking in with our body for the day, we can learn stuff always, and then we can use it to grow. Let's bring our hands to touch at our heart. Take a moment and honor yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit, all of it. And as you honor that light that exists within you, thank yourself for your practice today. I thank you all for practicing with me as well. And I honor the light within you and within all beings. Namaste.